What is Western?
I thought that this is just like some a rarity thing, and that's why how they on TLC they made 90 Day Fiance. But apparently this has been a growing theme on TikTok, man. You got these men who are going over there.
Look what I pulled from the old country, right? It's great. She doesn't even speak English, so I don't have to listen to her.
I'm done. I can't watch.
I didn't know that. Well, I kind of know that it's from TikTok, but that video, I actually did just saw that because, like I've been quite like, thinking or like kind of researching on the passport bros. But, like while digging into this stuff, I stumbled upon that shorts and it's actually funny because I already know that video.
No, bro, because this is it. We actually did a video about this, but we didn't upload it because at first we had a fairly neutral take on it. I had a fairly neutral take. It wasn't like spicy enough, right? And I just said, hey man, let them do them, right? Like that's what they want to do. The problem is now the more and more of these men that come out and they speak about their experience as a passport bro, the more and more cringe they sound. Because this nigga sounds cringe, bro.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's like, like this has been going on for so long. And it's not just for Black American, like every race you could think of in Western. And that's another thing, like for an Asian perspective, it's like, what is Western? Because when I think about Western, it means white. So what are we talking about Western culture? You know what I mean? But, aside from that, that's why I need more information. And I think I just kind of like, like learning behavior and this type of like information is kind of nice because then you could understand more. And as a live streamer, I kind of wanted to interact on those different kind of talks and conversation. So that's what makes the problem is the over exaggerated ones that it just really get down to being creepy. And the thing is, like if you're weird, because I'm weird, stuff like that, like, weirdness is, it could be good, like I don't hate weirdness because I'm a weird myself. Like I think everyone has weirdness, but when it comes down to like being cringy, where you kind of like put out there a negative stuff rather than, like what does, it started with or something. Because I know there's a lot of people out there, men and women, who are trying to find the perfect partner for them. And if the options is, going to another country and, like stumbled upon the 90 Day Fiance is doing that. So it's like, where's the problem? You're just finding the right one for you, So I don't know. Let me know, guys.
And nothing to do with women in America, but rather the fact that maybe you are either socially awkward or just cringe as fuck. That's why you weren't socially aware enough to acknowledge that in America. So then you go overseas and you meet a woman who can barely speak English, and then you bring her back over because she wants to come to America anyway, bro. Because this shit is cringe, dog.
So that's correct. And it's like, like as a child in the Philippines, we kind of like have these, like I grew up like, like it's so easy for me to find a white person in the Philippines that are older. And it become like, there's like a stigma surrounding it because of that kind. But even if like it's just, the age gap and stuff like that, there's a lot of factors. How can it be cringy?
Americans don't know how badly other people that aren't American want to live here.
Facts.
And then two, like your dollar travels pretty far, so you could be average in this country, but you are rich in 90% of the world, dog. You are rich as fuck.
See, the thing is this, they're actually like, I would agree with what they're saying because, like growing up in the first and third world country, as they say it is, but, like some people were saying that I should, more information on what third world country means. But just saying, there's this thing about, like if you have money and, like if you have like something to offer and you can do that in another country. And, third world country are pretty known as well with, like doing some shady stuff when it comes to relationships. So I don't know if you have that kind of bubble.
Come and you go somewhere else with that, but you are filthy fucking rich in most places on this planet. So you're coming in there wealthy, and you can get her access to America legally.
Legally.
Yeah, bro. Like, that's why you had that appeal.
That's another thing. It's like I also like, like living in Japan for a very, very long time. And not to kind of like belittle somebody or anything like that. This is just an observation that sometimes it's not because of where or which country you are going to live and go for, but if you're undesirable in your own country, I know there's kind of like fairy tales and stories that, sometimes you would hear. I don't know if you hear that, but, like coming from an Asian culture where there's a lot of stories, sometimes you'll hear that, there's there's like that. But if you are undesirable in your own country, it doesn't mean you'll be desirable to another country. It's just what are the factors that goes along with it. And if you're America, which we all know that America is number one, the land of the free, everyone wants to go to America. Like I have a lot of people, that would be for envious of me knowing that I could go to America and stuff like that. It's a factor, it's a thing. There's more to packed in this phenomena. But the thing is, I think is getting out of hand where the point is not becoming the real root of the problem. It become like this passport bros where sometimes when you look into the anger, where the anger is coming from, it seems so superficial. Like the real meaning of why you're angry is getting out of hand. And the point of why you're angry with this movement is because you're trying to send some message, but because you're doing it over exaggeratedly, then it's lost its meaning. And that's what I think is it's coming from. And I want to pack this whole into one, but for now, I think I'll stop on this one. So if you want something more and if you want to watch the whole episode of what I'm trying to react into, and I'm sorry if I don't kind of like finished everything in one react video because I talk too much. I'm pretty sure like if you want to know more, please leave a comment down below and you get me going. Like I love the interactions, everyone. Thank you. And keep interacting and keep feeding me information and send me videos that you want me to react on. Just connect with me on my social media. And of course, if you're not subscribed yet, please do subscribe and I'll see you again next time. Ciao, ciao. Oyasumi. Mwah, 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 mwah. Bye-bye.